Hi guys, I've decided to come up with a new time lapse of one of my sketches. This time I decided to use my Roman small watercolors and just to sketch a little bit. Um, as you guys might know, I struggle quite a lot when it comes to faces. I'm not a face painter and I'm still learning and I'm actually struggling very much, but I've decided to concentrate more on this. I like to mainly paint cats and birds just because I love them, and I do struggle quite a lot with faces, but I'm taking the bull by its horns and practicing as much as I can. As you guys know, this is not my job. I'm not a professional painter. I do this as a hobby, and in summer I do find that right before August it's a bit more hard for me to practice, and since I've started learning how to use watercolors and I've decided to give a chance to colored pencils, I do find I practice less than before with watercolor, and I do find myself lacking a little bit. Well, lacking a little bit, no. I do find myself lacking, but I'm trying as much as I can. Um, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about the struggles of painting. Um, I've actually been using this sketchbook and I did find myself comfortable painting faces and bodies lately. But then from time to time I just come up with a sketch like this one and I'm not most proud of it. But I decided to put it up anyways. I find myself struggling sometimes when mixing colors, and whenever I'm trying something new, sometimes I end up going back to my old ways, and then all of a sudden the painting lacks. And um, I do find that I'm way too big of a judge of my own paintings, and that I should be more relaxed and not worry so much about these, but I do. So bear with me, and I know that you guys must have these problems too, where in your head you just have this beautiful painting and then whenever you paint it turns out it's not as good of a quality and as rendered as it was supposed to be in your head. So I did find myself struggling with this one. First, because of the eyes, I just went back to my old ways of drawing eyes, and I did want to change it a little bit, but hey ho, my hand does whatever it wants, so I'm still lacking practice. And then I did want to make a red hair, but it turns out that red hair, even though I love that hair color and I think red hairs are in general most beautiful creatures in the world, I do find myself struggling when painting them. However, I ended up liking this painting even though it was not as good as I planned it would be in the beginning. And then I did practice some lifting, and it's some heavy lifting because I actually did it in the hair, and I'm still learning how to do it. But anyways, I did find myself also lacking the patience necessary to actually render it in a good way. But since this is a sketch and it took me less than 15 minutes to do it from beginning to end, I thought it would not be as bad as I presumed it would be. And then I probably find myself as my biggest critic, because then whenever I show it to people they say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. And as you can see, I'm still lacking when it comes to lifting, and I've done a crappy job here, but hey, I'll just roll with it, and I'm learning from my mistakes. So as you can see, I'm still learning how to draw hair. I actually wanted her to be a red hair, but it ended up not being as good as I wanted it to be. I did not have enough patience to let the water dry, but since this is a sketchbook and it's not a totally rendered drawing or sketch or painting, I just went with it. well, I hope you guys like it, and please let me know if you have any advice for how could I improve, because I'm still learning, I'm still practicing, and as I told you before, portraits are not my main subject. So this is pretty much the sketch. Right here I have a few more that I'm gonna show you once I finish this sketchbook, but I'm still quite a long time away from it, so just bear with me. I hope you guys liked this small sketch of a brunette. Eventually I was gonna make her red hair, but I always mess up the reds, so I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends.